Hello everyone and welcome one and all to my Synergy Lab, where today you're going to see something that will blow you away and make you tingle with excitement. Oh yes, sometimes you mess up the intro and you just go on and you try again. It's okay if you do that, but now you gotta think of a new thing to say. I wonder if I should leave this in, or maybe I should stop because it's unprofessional as hell. This is the kind of shit I do, like you guys never hear, obviously, because normally I hello everyone, welcome to my Synergy Lab, where today, well, we're going to dive to the murky depths and experience something quite chilling, yes indeed. But first, we're going to open with a little bit of a godhead. You know, just an intermediate power boost. Nothing too crazy. Just a nice little pick-me-up to begin with. Obviously, overall, a pretty weak item, but you gotta start somewhere. Then again, Godhead synergies tend to be pretty damn fantastic. I think we can all definitely agree on that front. Like, there's just something about it, isn't it? Like, if bullets in real life came with an aura of disintegration, then I don't think much would change. Because, like, just because bullets come with an aura of disintegration wouldn't mean people would start firing them more, right? It's not like there would be more wars or anything just so people could use them against each other. I mean, initially, at the beginning, there would be an increase, but that's only for people going, oh, look, my bullets disintegrate walls now. That's cool. Have you seen this, Martha? You know, there would be that going on, but outside of that, I don't actually think if everyone equally got their weapons upgraded, it would change much, right? Because if everyone got stronger, everyone is still equal, though imagine being shot with a disintegration bullet. Actually, it might turn out to be better than if you didn't, right? Because it would just vaporize you and you wouldn't really feel anything, whereas with a normal bullet, obviously, you know, that's probably painful. I say probably, I mean, it is painful. It's not like it's not painful to be shot. I mean, there are much more painful things. Like, I imagine the situation where someone asked me, would I rather take, like, a bullet to the thigh? I don't know why thigh was the body part of choice there, but thighs are really good, alright? They're quite soft. But it's always like, would you rather get shot or, like, bitten by a shark? I mean, I think it's the obvious choice. Even if you were guaranteed that the shark bite wouldn't permanently, like, take a chunk out of you, it would just be a quick in-out. You know, the shark would just and then just let go, you know, so it's just a row of teeth going in your legs. I think being shot is still probably the superior option, if only to save the psychological damage of deliberately allowing yourself to be numbed by a shark. I think at that point, you've got to question why you're in a situation where you're being forced to make this choice, alright? What decisions have you made in your life that have led you down the path of destiny where someone is forcing you to choose this horrific thing? I think that's more of an important question to answer here as we get some cancer. We need a little bit more tears. Yes, indeed. In fact, we need a lot bit more tears. We're going to get Mr. Dolly because we also need some range, and everybody likes a little bit of health. We're going to get some Binky. Yes, we're going to get some Binky, and then we'll just finish it off with a little bit of coat hanger. In fact, no, we'll go in twice with the whoa. I see how it is. I need more tears than this game. Thank you very much. I would very much appreciate it if I could be on 1 tier. I managed to get to 1 tier earlier. What the hell has happened? I feel like a Blue Peter presenter who has just pulled out the work that they've done earlier, only to find out it has been replaced with like a child's drawing, and they now have to try and present that as something genuinely they did earlier and cause a new, entirely different art movement called the Simples. I think we could have simples artists. I think that could totally work, right? Like, if people are pretentious enough, and let's be honest, they are, you could totally have a world where people are taking actual child scribblings as really well-meaning and deep art, which really highlights the whole absurdity of the system, doesn't it? But at the same time, it also does highlight the fact that if something, even if it is technically speaking hilariously bad, if it can evoke that meaning in you, then doesn't that give it inherent value? Which is always the decision, right? Because, you know, you could say that this is just like, what, this is just green splodges on a white background. Why is this worth $1 bajillion? But at the same time, if somebody looks at that and goes, huh, my life is pointless, then it's at least achieved something. But then again, I have a feeling if I told someone, yo, I just did this in 5 minutes in my back room, and then asked them to get meaning, they'd be like, what? It's rubbish. But then if I told them, look, I just got this for $10,000 from an art gallery, painted by the great Da Vincioni, then they would be like, oh, yeah, I see. Oh, it makes me feel things, yeah. And I think that's a big part of it. I think perception is Why am I suddenly discussing the merits of meaning in artwork? How did we get here from shark bullets? Oh, god damn. We are going to take a turret, okay? We're not going to use it yet. We're not going to use it for a while. We're not. We're just gonna sit there. You're gonna be looking at it. It's gonna be nervous, right? You're just gonna chill and you're just gonna think about this turret. But for now, we're going to get Mum's Eye and Loki's Horn and a little bit of luck so we can get some good use out of them. In fact, we're also, while we're here, because we're making quite deep progress into this run, we're also going to acquire ourselves the analog stick. There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. I mean, already that looks nice, even without really adding anything to it. And that's how I always think we're onto a winner when it comes to synergies. When it starts to look nice before I even really get towards the end. So let's destroy our way through this floor. I have made quite a poor decision today, by the way. I stayed up. I've been staying up a little bit too late for my own comfort recently. You know, I don't mind staying up late, obviously, but yeah, obviously, God, I have terrible willpower and such poor life choices. But I just got a little bit too late, so I was like, all right, I've got a plan. No matter when I go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna deliberately only have like 4 hours sleep. Okay, I can operate on 4 hours sleep. I can reset myself. You know what? I'm gonna take that as a sign because we did actually need to get holy shot with this, so that's kind of cool. I like that. I do. I'm going to have 4 hours sleep, and then I'll be fine, right? I'll have, like, a coffee, and then everything will be okay. I can still totally record on 4 hours sleep. So I wake up 4 hours later, and the first reaction that goes through my head is very much along the lines of, like a vampire in the sun. Is how I would describe it, and it was not fun. It was not a fun experience, but I was like, no, I need to have a will of steel. I need to have a will of steel. I promised myself I would do this, and by Jove, I am going to. And we'll put a pin in that. But for now, what I need to grab is anti-grav, because this is going to start the basis for this synergy as we make that happen. Is that not awesome? Like, look at that. A pure glowing ring of disintegration. And obviously, it has the potential to look really cool when we turn off the lights, but there is there's a few final pieces to this puzzle. This is very much a synergy that can keep growing, but for now we have quite the little holy worm wriggling about the place, which would be kind of cool to see a glowing worm. Then again, if it started auto-homing its feelers towards you, you would probably have a slight issue with that. Like if you were looking at a tiny little exotic insect, and then one of its legs just started growing and growing and growing and reaching its way towards you, I mean, I feel like you'd back off, right? I mean, mean, how many of you would stand there and see what happens? Like, it seems perfectly harmless, right? And it's an innocent-looking creature, but one of its legs is just growing towards you. It's not aiming for, like, your eyes or your nose or anything. It's just looking to, like, tap you on the chest, but you don't really know that. I feel like most people would back off just in case it's going to dig into them and take them over like a hive mind parasite. I think that's something that would at least flash through our minds. Alright, so we are going to polish this off so that it's super, super, super shiny. And the way we do that is with two little additions. Yes, indeed. By the way, if you were wondering what the turret looks like, it's okay. I mean, we can obviously hold it, which is lovely, and have extra glowy fun times all up in here, but it's not too required. So, we are firstly going to get ourselves a little bit of the sharp plug. We're also going to hang ourselves real quick, grab the wafer, grab that, and I guess we'll have a little bit of extra defensiveness, just because I don't want to embarrassingly die. Oh my, I'm in the wrong place. Oh, God. Don't you just hate it when you go for a party? I don't know, I don't get invited to things, and you show up to the wrong house, then you break in and you party anyway with the hostages. Alright, we also want God's flesh, and we want ourselves mysterious liquid, because now we have a little growing green sphere, which, like, come on, that is cool, right? That is quite the glow factor, which is definitely a talent show I want to be a part of. But no, what is really going to set this off is a little bit of technology zero. Because suddenly, we get these flashes, and obviously everything's connected, but it's not really done much, except when we turn out the lights. And even more so, when we turn out the lights to 1.5. You see? We start to get these amazing, lovely, glowing rings that kind of melt into other colors as they go away. The flashes of light, the beam of electricity that comes off this, the fact that I damage myself because it's too powerful. Is that not awesome? Like, the forming of this is just so much fun. If you go to full 2, it starts to get even wider, but then you lose a little bit of the deeper color in there. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go for initially, right? You know, there's still a ways to go. And of course we have this, which just looks amazing as a web. And then we have the fact that I can't stand on this without permanently stunning and injuring. Oh my God, no, what have I done? I am a permanent squish sick. Oh no. Okay, look, there we go, I've escaped. I've escaped from this torment. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, everything's okay. Everything is okay. Every little thing is gonna be okay. Because we have the power of destruction. Holy discs. Yes, we do. So we're gonna have it like this. Because this initially is where I did want the synergy to end, because I was very happy with it. I think it looks really cool seeing them spread out and kill everything. I think it's really, really nice. However, there is one thing that this can end up doing that actually starts to be really, really cool. Though I am a little bit unsure as to where the green glow from the mysterious liquid has gone. It seems to be just missing. But like true Blue Peter fashion, I have a backup of this just in case this doesn't work. Because, you know, you always have to be prepared. There is never, ever a moment in your life where you shouldn't. Oh, I almost felt bad for Mother. So yes, my awful sleeping oh my God. Can I take damage through Nord Leaf? That would be quite impressive, wouldn't it? Well, I mean, this works, right? This works, you know, we just leave it like this. Have fun. Everything's looking good. Look at it go. That's just fine. This is wonderful. It's the spreading electric web. I can't remember if we've seen something similar to this before or not, but I am very, very much liking it. Look at it go. It's just destroying all of them instantly. I don't even have to have an input. I am a little bit concerned that it does keep trying to injure me through Nord Leaf. Like, look, my Nord Leaf shade keeps changing color, which is potentially a problem here. But that is fine. We can deal with that later. So I'm now awake, determined to stay awake. I'm a zombie of epic proportions, and my first plan is I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go for a walk. So I went for a walk. I went to the shops. Not really need anything. I just went to the shops, hoping the fresh air would help me. But you know, given the state I was in, it wasn't great because I'm now walking down the street and it's a really sunny day. So my eyes already hurt from being awake, but I'm squinting extra hard and shambling along. And I really was doing a fantastic zombie impression. It was actual pain. It really, really was. So that wasn't great. I got back even tighter than I left because obviously I've just used energy. I don't really know what I was thinking. So I'm like, oh god, that was not good. My next plan is probably a more sensible one. Hey, there we go. We're starting to get a little bit more of the green going on. Not a crazy amount, but a little bit is starting to come through. So my next plan is the sensible one of have a shower. That's, you know, that makes sense, right? Water splash, that should be good. So I then have icy water flying down onto my face, and I'm still like, in fact, I'm convinced I fell asleep for a little bit standing up in the shower because I don't remember 25 minutes passing. Like, I like long showers, don't get me wrong. I think they're a lot of fun. You know, you can pretend so many things. I mean, you can pretend you're trapped in a torture facility where everything is absolutely freezing cold, and if you step out of the shower, you will freeze to death. Or if you step out the shower, you will shrivel up and die because there is moisture-absorbing nanobots in the air. I mean, there's a whole world of horrific torture you can imagine yourself in the shower. Is it weird that I like to imagine myself being horrifically tortured, but I still wouldn't want it to happen in real life, and only if it was super sci-fi? Maybe that's a question for later on, I would say. That could be a question for later on. Ooh, look at that. That would have been an amazing angel deal, wouldn't it? Wow. So that doesn't work. My next plan is to walk into the kitchen and stomp on the nail sticking up through the floorboard in case pain will wake me up. That didn't work, and now my feet really hurt, so I decided, okay, if a shower didn't work, maybe a horizontal bath. Yeah, that didn't go great either. A nice, warm, relaxing bath. I don't know what I was thinking, so I got out of that, and I'm like, I just don't know, maybe I should eat something, but I didn't have any appetite, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's been 2 hours, I've done nothing but kind of, well, torture myself. Funny I should say that. I don't know what to do. So, the final piece of this puzzle then, that turns this into something kind of ridiculous, is twofold. Firstly, we grab ourselves Tiny Planet, which adds a certain something to this, because everything starts rotating around me, and it looks very cool with the lightning. I mean, let's be honest, that's very, very nice. Look at it go. And then the second thing to add to this is a little bit of one of the new items, and that is the pop, because what happens is everything just extends out in a huge cluster ball and then starts rotating round, and you end up with this ridiculous setup that starts to look really, really cool, and it just doesn't stop. And there's the green glow. But this, even now, this eye of the storm, glowy, foggy hurricane around me, is still not where this is fully going to end up. So it's now time to introduce the turret, which does a much better job of achieving what I want to achieve with this, and hopefully it will start to take form. It takes a little bit of time, but we should, in theory, get there. There we go. So we have this outside swirl of misty green glowing lights with this central eye of the storm lightning mess bright godhead. And this is the hurricane. Alright, it also kind of looks like a murky sea, hence the thing I was doing at the start. But is this not cool? This contrast between the murky, like just misty, swampy effect with the green lights glowing around the outside, and then this almost like holy amoeba being electrocuted in the center, dancing round. It's just a pure mix of light. I absolutely adore it. I think it looks wonderful. And it moves round with me as well, and it's just fantastic. It really, really is. I am very, very happy with this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. I'll be very, very sad if you don't. Look at them. Look at them go. Oh, that's great. Oh, careful before they start getting a little bit too real. Obviously, the pop factor does ruin the initial look that was going, but I love the extra little flashes that come off it while we are using it. What the hell has managed to survive? There we go. That makes more sense. I was very, very confuzzled as to how something would even slightly get round this. Yep, that worked. That was quite effective. What would this devil deal have been? Nothing too great. Just a little bit of little harbingers, going on a ship with our favorite apocalypse. Little harbingers. Little harbinger. I'm singing a song. I'm doing a bit. Okay, don't you judge me. Don't you judge me. So, how do we think the Hush is going to react to this sea of green? No red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, why am I watching a flower grow? Alright, let's do this thing. And ultimately, my story ends with I ended up going back to sleep and had a nap for 2 hours, which fixed the 4 hours of sleep. I had not a fun day today. Not a fun day. Are we going to form it? Oh no, the Hush gave up before we could even form the sea. Oh, what a pathetic individual. I can't believe this. I can't believe he couldn't handle it. What a coward. What an absolute coward, I say. Alright, Void. I'm going to assume up. Up is the word. Wow, okay. It's barely had to even do anything. This seems to work out. Yeah, come at me. Really? Oh, no. Yep, that definitely kicked up a little bit there. And a few more over here. Looking good. Delirium. Ah. It's just a brownie. Sad times. Not even the good kind of brownie. In fact, this is a really annoying Hush floor. Like, look at this. It is so spread out. Okay, I am going to go for this one. I do like that I can just walk through a room with my electricity balls and everything just dies. I say everything just dies. There we go. The green was starting to kick up. I am very, well, I mean, not concerned, because obviously it means the power level of this is off the charts. But, hey! I am concerned that he's going to get absolutely melted before it can form. Oh no, it's too strong. Oh, that looked good though. What have I done? I've created something with too much power. Too much power. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoy this as an effect. This one is very much more a, look, Ma, look what I've made, as opposed to a, usable synergy on a run. But this kind of effect, right, what you're looking at on your screen right now, I bet this just visual smorgasbord, I'm into that word recently, is something that you wouldn't really imagine you'd see in Isaac, and I think that is pretty darn cool, if I do say so myself. Alright guys, my name's been Rage. Like if you enjoyed this and subscribe for more, and I will see you soon. Oh, good boy.